What's good, everyone? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about what to look for specifically in a setting or a closing position, because I realize a lot of you guys are a bit hung up on what do I actually look for and is it a scam or not. And in this video, this short video today, I'll go over that and help you guys out, make sure that the offer that you're trying to apply for isn't a scam. So the first things first, when you look at an offer, is you want to make sure, and these are some questions that you can ask as well in the interview process. So when you've done your interview, I might make a video on how to crush your interview, but for now, it's pretty straightforward. Just treat it like any other job, show up on time, be professional, and do what you normally do in a normal job, except this one is way better. When it comes time to asking questions though, so when they say, do you have any questions for us? These are some of the questions that you want to ask, so you make sure that the job you're looking for, the job you're trying to apply for, is legit and you can actually stay there long term. So the first question you want to ask, and this is in order of importance. This is not in order of importance. Just pick the ones that you feel like you need to know the most about. So things like, if you're a setter, we'll start with setter. You want to know, where are they getting their leads from? Like, how are you actually going to source the leads? Because if it's going to be something like outbound or inbound, those are two completely different things. And depending on what you're trying to go for and your experience level, you may choose to reject one and look for another offer. So where are you getting your leads? Is it through, they're going to say either IG, Facebook, landing page? I don't know. They'll say whatever they need to say, but you need to know where they get their leads from. Is it going to be inbound or outbound? You also want to know things like, where are they at revenue-wise? Because here's the thing, and if you're a business owner watching this and you're looking for a setter or a closer, do not look for a setter or a closer. Don't do it just yet until you're around 10, 15, 20K plus a month. Because you might be disagreeing with me, but when you hire the work off of someone, they're only going to be as good as you. 70% of the time. Like, they're only going to be 70% as good as you. I don't care how skilled they are or how much experience they have, they're going to operate under your frame, and it's just going to be like adding another limb. Now, that might sound like a good thing because you can delegate tasks to that other limb, that other person, but it's just another person to manage. If you're not doing any income, if you're below like 10, 15K a month, you need to focus on getting a solid lead generation process first. And you need to sort out your sales. If you're going to hire a closer, don't do that just yet. Sort out your sales process, make sure it's proven, make sure you've taken calls yourself or you've set appointments yourself. Make sure that's all well and good. You've got a good foundation you're building on. And then now is maybe the time you're getting some clients in the door, you're generating income. Now it's the time to start hiring, because you don't have the time to take sales calls anymore. You don't have time to set appointments. So that's why you look for other people to hire. That's the whole point of it. But if you're trying to, and it's almost like offends me, if you're trying to hire a setter or a closer and you're at 0 to 5K a month or 0 to 10K a month, and you don't have a solid process, and you're just handing it off of them, almost just tossing the work to them, letting them do all the work, and you're paying them, but you're taking home most of the profits. They're putting in way more. They're basically doing the work for you, and that's not a good light. It's not a good light, and the dynamic's going to be all wrong, because you're the boss at the end of the day. This is your company, and they need to look at you by example. If they're the setter or closer and you're expecting them to take meetings and to close them, for example, but you can't even do it yourself, then that's a terrible dynamic. They're not going to trust you. They're not going to look to you as a true leader. Therefore, they're going to want to leave. And then now you're back to zero. You're back to square one. But anyways, I digress. Other things that you need to look for as a closer or a setter, you want to ask, what revenue per month are they? If they have a team already, then you want to ask how much, things like how many people are on your team, how many setters work for you, or if you're a closer, how many closers do you have under you? How much did your best closer make last month? Or setter, stuff like that. Also, the way to tell if an offer is legit is just common sense most of the time. A lot of it is gut instinct. So if you're on Facebook and you reach out to this person on High Ticket Ninjas Facebook group, and then they reach out to you and their profile's all whack, it looks like a stock photo has just been plopped onto their profile picture, and they don't have a bio, they got a really generic name, they barely post, and they send you some messages that look like they were ripped straight out of a template. What do you think that is? Come on now. It's probably a scam, which is why you should probably look for other ones, right? But if it seems like a genuine person, if it seems like a genuine conversation, it's no scripts, no nothing, you've researched the company, there's a ton of case studies, a lot of testimonials, a lot of people working under them, and they have the track record, then go ahead, because that seems like a legit company. Now, obviously, there's going to be times when you get bit in the ass and it's actually not, and their deceptive skills are extremely good, but that rarely ever happens. So use your common sense. You'll probably be able to tell your gut is probably 9 times out of 10 right, whether the offer is a scam or not, okay? Another thing is you want to ask, let's say you are in another country outside of the US, and most of the time, obviously, the positions you're going to apply for are US based or UK based. You want to ask them, if it's for a closer position primarily, you want to ask them, is the time zone difference okay? And then if they say yes, then that's good. You can move forward, proceed. If it's not, then it's a bit harder, because if they're dealing with primarily US based clients, which is probably a reason why time zone might be an issue, then maybe opt for a setter position, because time zone doesn't matter. You can just send your messages whenever you want. But if it really is a problem, then consider looking into other places. That's why I stress the importance of volume. Because let's say if one person rejects you, you can just go to the next one. It's completely fine. And you have no ill feeling about it. So ask if the time zone is okay. Ask if there's training. So this is an important question. If you don't have any experience, if you're coming into it with no experience, regardless if you're a setter or a closer, ask them if they provide training. Because if they provide training, I'd definitely jump on the opportunity. If the offer is good, I'd definitely jump on the opportunity. And then you get some other basic questions such as, what's the price of the offer? What are you selling? Who do we help primarily, and who can't we help? So basically asking about the offer, the niche, ideal customer, how much is the offer, how much is the commission, and if all of that lines up, if it's a good offer, if you're getting a decent commission or a standard commission in the industry, then you're probably set. I'd go for that offer, and make sure you have a few of those lined up. Again, volume. Make sure your volume's up. Alex Hormozi talks about the 10x rule. That's Grant Cardone actually, but he said something about, I think it's called the 100 rule, where whatever you're doing right now for volume, you want to times that by 100, because you can't lose if you increase your volume. If you're reaching out to 10 people, you want to times that by 100. I think that's 1,000. My maths is, look guys, I haven't studied maths since like year 6, but yeah, times that by 100. I think it's 100, but increase your volume. That's what I'm trying to say, because volume won't hurt you. It's just hard work, dedication. You know what they say in the motivational videos, but it's true. Like if you have 1,000 people you reached out to total, and one rejects you, got 999 other people who are waiting for you. So that's completely fine. You're going to be at peace in your own head. So I don't even think this is that good of a video, but trust me guys, these are the type of questions you need to ask are just basic stuff. Don't overcomplicate it. Just ask about their offer, ask about the niche, ask about who they can help and who they can't help, ask about how much about their team, how much has their best performing closer or setter made, how big is their team. All the questions I just asked there shows that you're proficient, shows that you're genuinely interested in the role, and it also helps filter out the crappy and the really good positions. And then from there on, you can make your own choice. So I hope this video helped. Those are some example questions you can ask. If there's any more that I missed out, put it in the comments. Like if you've done your own interview before, or you've done interviews in the past, and you realized, okay, Matt kind of missed out this one question, put it in the comments, help each other out. It's all good. Might make a part 2 if it looks like I've really missed out a lot of questions. But those are just some sort of the 80-20 stuff you want to ask before heading into that position and settling in. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, because I just keep getting comments. I keep getting DMs from people saying like, dude, you're like the only person who talks about appointment setting and landing a role, and maybe sales as well. I mean, there's a lot more people talking about sales, but setting, I aim to be the type of guy you just come to in terms of that. And yeah, it means a lot. So I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to be more consistent with content. I mean, as if I'm not already consistent, because I've just been posting every day for the last couple of days. But we'll keep that going. We'll keep the streak going, and looking forward to growing with you guys. Like if you're watching this right now and you are like, you basically consider yourselves the OGs. Consider yourselves one of the first people to be tuned in to Matt's content, because trust me guys, these next few months are going to be interesting. So I'll just leave it at that. But hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe. If you're not going to do that, then what are you doing? Like, I just gave out a whole meaningful, wholesome speech, but you're not going to do that. What are you doing? So like, comment, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Those are the type of questions I'd ask in an interview, and I'll see you in the next one.